to today's news as seen through the eyes of probably the most one of the most insane people I've ever seen on YouTube. And I've been around since like 2005.
The world is shaking right now. This
That was
just
like
happened.
2006 when I was 5.
So to let you know, this is the birth certificate of Donald Trump's grandfather.
Damn.
I remember that Sesame Street SNL skit that I watched when I was 5, and I was confused by it.
To get born at the right time.
It wasn't
This is
SNL.
about
It was
14
something
years
else.
after the end of World War II.
Yeah. And his name was
Bro, holy moly, dude. Brought Trump's father's birth certificate framed? Oh, Lord, the glazoning. Dude, this is some crazy drama. Oh, Lord.
That's serious Germany.
Serious Germany.
That's serious. Like their kind of serious. But I want to thank you very much for, first of all, I want to thank you for that. That's fine. Thank you very much.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you something that I don't even know, like, if I should tell you this because I feel like it's not right, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. So my grandfather, Holocaust survivor, actually knew Trump's dad and have made German jokes to the guy. Like, he told him, if you were born 15 years earlier, you would have tried to kill me. Kind of jokes. Anyway, moving on. Pay no attention to that.
Yeah, fantastic. We'll put it up in the place of honor. Maybe we can say that. We'll put it up.
All right.
It's an honor to have you. As you know, the chancellor just won a great election, very, very strong election.
Yep.
A very respected man. I can tell you, we've been on the phone many times talking about some of the problems of the world outside of Germany. And it's very sad what's going on. We both feel that way. What's going on with Russia.
I mean, there is drama in regards to his win, right? Like, the fact that they cucked his opponents, his political opponents. Like, I get Trump has to say this, but Germany's in, like, a really bad spot right now, in my opinion. But anyway, we'll see.
Ukraine and other things we talked about.
I covered the Germany drama, like, a week ago, or a couple weeks ago, if you want to see.
Russia, Ukraine in particular. I'd like to see it end, and maybe it'll end. But
Yeah. Yeah,
Germany's
Germany's having some problems.
Oh.
What are those
I'm
problems?
unhappy about it. I'm unhappy about it. But I think eventually we're going to be successful in stopping the bloodshed.
I don't know.
5,000-6,000.
I don't know. Who knows?
A week they killed. You know that
Yep.
those numbers they're staggering. They're staggering numbers. But Chancellor, I just want to congratulate you, and I want to welcome you to the Oval Office. It's an Oval Office that's in very good shape. We like fixing things up and having them tippy top like they have in Germany. They
Yeah,
do that
right,
very much.
okay.
And we do it here. We're having a very good run. I also had a great election. Won everything. Won the popular vote. All 7 swing
Germany is not doing too hot right now, if you didn't know. And there are multiple reasons that contribute to this reality. Some of it is their rejection of nuclear, and their recent favorability of a particular fossil fuel. It's this really cheap commodity, the coal that they use. It's like it's surface level coal. It's light colored. I forgot what it's called. But it sucks. It's basically like dirt. It's like dirt. It's natural dirt coal, and they love burning it. And it produces a lot of fossil fuels. Okay, like a lot. It is fucked up. Like way more than just regular coal. And anyway, because of all of that, okay, people, I guess people in Germany are like scared of nuclear energy. They're like, oh, no, I'm just kidding. There's like some other reason I can't remember that they say. We cannot do the nuclear energy. It's too expensive. Yeah, zu viel. Zu viel Geld. Yeah. Every German sounds like that in my head. And they're all wearing lederhosen and eating schnitzel, and they got the little hat on. Yeah. I love that. Thank you, Germany.
7 swings!
Yeah.
That's
Oh, wait, I didn't get to finish my thought. My bad. There are other reasons that Germany is not doing well right now, and I think that what this person was saying earlier about Germany was indicative of that, but I can't remember exactly what he said. But Germany has has a lot of problems, and there's a lot of civil unrest. There's like still a bunch of Nazis there. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. There's like a bunch of Nazis in Germany, and they're all on the police force. It's insane. They arrested several thousand Polizei, I'm pretty sure, because they had like links to Nazis. They were like in Nazi groups. But anyway,
all the popular vote, red for Republican. He does it every time.
It's not a huge
I even won
thing
my
in
election without
Germany.
jailing my political opponents. How
Also, funnily enough, Germany is extremely pro-Israel. Like they will arrest you if you're anti-Israel. They will like, let alone being a Nazi. You can't be a fucking Nazi in Germany. It's super illegal. You can't wave the flag. You can't, like, it is only supposed to be talked about in like educational settings. School, university. That's the only time you can even fucking talk about it. Unless you're like on your private property, of course. But still, like, not within earshot of like a public area. And I think even then it might be illegal. I don't know. It's fucking, it's weird.
Have you been doing any of that? Have you?
It's not illegal to talk about it, okay?
Which is a big deal. It's pretty unusual to do that, and we have a great.
Maybe not even in
Really
public.
unusual.
I don't know.
My victory was big. It was huge. The biggest victory.
Be
Kind of unusual
inappropriate,
how
though.
big it was. It was a big
And of course,
I
like,
remember the
historic
last time, it's
sites,
been
you can
quite the
talk
flex
about
like
it
that.
there.
They even tried to cheat, but to victory. I didn't say it. They said it.
from the people, and part of our mandate is we're going to have.
But also importantly, Holocaust denial is also illegal in Germany. It's like if you not just denial, but revisionism. Like if you revise any of the facts around the Holocaust, you can face jail time, especially if it's like if you like say that like less people, if you like downplay the Holocaust, try to cheapen it. Yeah, it's crazy, but Nazis do that. They literally will try to do that, and I don't blame them for arresting them. Part of me wants to. I want us to do it here, but it wouldn't work, and it would be really bad. So Nazis be free in America, whatever. Because I don't want. I'm a communist, and I don't want to get arrested.
We will never forget about that. And so with your German provenance, I think this is a very good basis for close cooperation between America and Germany. So again, thank you. Thank you for the hospitality, and thank you for having your guest house for a night. This is a great place. Many thanks for that. I really enjoyed it. Thank you.
It's a wonderful place. It's a landmark also. Blair House.
We'll see.
It's a nice place to stay. Thank you very much for saying that. Would you have any questions, please?
Mr. President, on your new travel ban.
Bro, they were so ready. They literally popped off. There is no way dude was literally ready. Oh my god, that's crazy. Holy schmoly. My god.
Why now? And if the Boulder attack was part of your reasoning, why not include Egypt on that list where the suspect is from?
That's a good question. For those of you that are unaware, there was a travel ban just put on a lot of different countries in the United States of America. They said, all right, we are not taking people in from countries that are directly violent to the United States. And everyone's going to freak out about this shit, but I actually
Such
agree,
as
personally. I think that the
such
number
as
one goal of the United
Egypt?
States is to be to protect the
Fucking
citizens of the
Egypt?
United
What?
States.
Who else is on it? I have no idea. I don't
Travel
even
ban
know.
for people from those countries to come
Let me
into
guess.
America.
Pakistan. No, wait, no, not Pakistan. Not Pakistan. My bad. My bad. What the fuck am I talking about?
And that involves
The fuck am I talking
protecting
about?
of the United States of America.
I think actually Pakistan was on the last Trump travel ban, wasn't it?
I can't believe it. I can't believe
Oh
this
god,
shit's
that was
happening.
like so long
You are
ago.
not having empathy for people that are scared. With all due respect, your government should be taking care of you, okay? We are banning every country where the most common name is Mohammed. No, I'm joking. He didn't say that yet.
Well, because Egypt has been a country that we deal with very closely.
Oh,
Things under control.
God.
Countries that we have don't have things under control.
Uh-oh.
And why now? I can say that it can't come soon enough, frankly. And we want to keep bad people out of our country.
Case?
The Biden administration.
Biden! They let people in. They came from mental asylums. They came from institutions.
Nexanor really just he be saying the quiet part out loud, man.
Libya, Pakistan, England.
Horrendous people, and we're getting them out one by one. We're not stopping until we get them out. We have thousands of murderers. I hate to right now.
So
Murders, rapists,
the longer I watch this person, the longer I think that he is this person is underage. Like I'm pretty sure. I don't know, man. If you're not, like, what What the fuck are you doing? I mean, you like, what he's doing is still really fucked up and racist and Islamophobic, and he's like profiting off of it and having huge success, 800, almost 1 million subs. But like, yeah, actually, I don't know. I got nothing else. It sucks. This person, I hate you. I hate you, Nux and Nord. Let's keep what hate watching.
Mental institutions, you know, other countries are low on crime. You know why? Because they put all the criminals in ours.
To say this in front of the Chancellor, because you have a little problem too with some of the people that were allowed.
No fucking shit. Germany's a hellhole right now, dude. He's talking about travel bans and he's talking about like violent immigrants and stuff. And dude, you literally have a guy sitting next to you that is like one of the most open border policies in the history of borders or lack of borders.
It's not your fault.
Not your fault. You inherited the problem. Not so different, you and I, bro. He sounds a little like the Joker.
Your fault. It shouldn't have happened. I told her.
Never would have happened. I was
It shouldn't have happened what you did. But you have your own difficulty with that, and we do. And we're moving them out.
Bro, but Germany's like a whole other level of retarded in this regard. I mean, no offense to all my German homies in the audience, love you guys, but I'll be real. Every time there's a Christian gathering and there is a violent illegal immigrant that murders someone at the Christian gathering, the newspapers say,
yeah, it happens all the time.
Every time I see a headline
happens
like that,
all the time.
Myself in the penis twice. Okay, I'll be real. It's horrible. It's like absolutely.
Where are the headlines, bro?
We're moving them out very strongly, but it can't come fast enough. We want to get them out.
Where are all these headlines? Like,
People coming into our country, like
the fuck are you talking about? You said that the Egyptian guy that said Free Palestine and tried to set people on fire. You said that they reported he was white. You said they reported that. You said that the reports said that it was white man like does a mass killing or attempts to carry one out, and that isn't at all what the headline said. Yeah, suspect. There's literally nothing about him being white here. Attack was planned for a year. Yep, he was on our radar. That's what your tax dollars are going to, okay? The FBI, I guarantee you they'll come out. Well, wait, no, they already did. My bad. Or was it it was the Boulder County District Attorney. How did they know it was planned for over a year? And will they say that he was on their radar? Bro, give me like, give me Fox News, bro. Do they have a website? Did they report on this? New York Times. Sky News. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Sky News. Anyways, where does it say he's white? Wait, let's look up, white man. Flamethrower, Boulder. Alright. I don't know. I'm not seeing it anywhere.
Conversation with your arrival. In fact, we just hung up. He said, "You're here." I said, "That's pretty good." Two great leaders of the world, very short period of time.
Oh my
We had a very good talk.
Look at us, just two great leaders, just two of us, great people in our own right.
And we've straightened out any complexity. And it's very complex stuff, and we straightened it out. The agreement was we're going to have Scott and Howard and Jameson will be going and meeting with their top people and continue it forward. But no, I think we have everything. I think we're in very good shape with China and the trade deal. We have a deal with
All right, we'll see.
but
I'm
we're
excited.
straightening out some of the points, having to do mostly with rare earth magnets and some other.
Dude, no one fucking ever heard of rare earth until Trump walked in. I'm just saying, okay? Literally, no one ever heard of rare earth. No one was like, oh, China, if only they would give us some of their rare earth. No one ever even thought of this before.
Those reduced trade tariff rates, they were
They invented this shit. Right? They invented it for this presidency.
in effect.
Yeah, we have the deal. I mean, we've had a deal. We announced the deal, and I guess you could say I wouldn't even
Nobody ever thought. No president ever thought about rare earth minerals.
That's what the deal is. Okay. We had
All right, man.
conversation. By the way, he invited me to China, and I invited him here. We're both accepted, so I'll be going there. And
Oh, that's cool.
We'll be coming
They invented rare earth minerals.
The first lady of China. What a magnificent woman. They call her the seventh man, the first woman.
Talk about the Chinese students.
Oh! Now we get into Nux territory. Literal. I love the fact that they are butt fucking students in universities. It's my favorite thing that they're doing recently. It is my favorite thing that they are doing recently. I'm not even exaggerating.
I
love it so
hate
much.
the educated.
Universities were dog shit. The universities were cringe and lame and gay. All of the things. They were pathetic. And you know what they actually just discovered? Let me actually scroll down a little bit. I actually saved this because I knew that you would appreciate it. I saved it for you because I love you guys. You're my homies, my bros, and my brothers. Article from the New York Post. Colombia protester had direct link to Hamas's deadly Al-Qassam Brigade militant group, according to the Department of Justice. Everyone's been saying this for a very long time. There are foreign nationals that are manipulating things in the government, and people were like, what do you mean? It's peaceful protests. Ah, not anymore. Miss me with that shit. It's over. It's over. I'm so glad people are looking into this. Oh my God, Hassan crying.
Oh, yeah.
Hassan literally crying right now. Doctors and engineers and terrorists.
No, Chinese students are coming. No problem. No problem.
Oh?
It's our honor to have them, frankly. We want to have foreign students, but we want them to be checked. You know, in the case of Harvard.
Understandable, he's right.
And others. All we want to do is see their list. There's no problem with that. This is anybody outside of our country, international students. Because when we see some of the people that we've been watching, we say, where do these people come from? How is that possible? No, we want to have foreign students come.
Yep.
Very honored by it.
Yeah, sure.
We want to see their list. Harvard
Honored.
didn't want to give us the list. They're going to be giving us the list now. I think they're starting to behave, actually, if you want to know.
That is amazing! That's amazing. Bro, we threatened them and suddenly they behave. Wow, it's almost like enforcement of the law actually works. Crazy to even think about it. Dude, they needed to do this shit like yesterday. Every time you see someone directly inciting violence or providing material support to terrorism, those fuckers should get punished. They should!
Yeah, please.
See, I am like a normal guy. I have no fear of being arrested on, thoughts of
I do agree that if material support is legitimately happening, it is the law, and it should be enforced because of that. But, like, New York Post is reporting on this guy that just got arrested. Like, he's been charged with a crime. Now they're like he gets a trial. Okay, maybe. I don't know. Who knows? Who the fuck knows anymore? Probably not. But I don't know. I would want to see the evidence. I would want to be presented with the evidence. I'm not just gonna like this kid is just looking at a brown guy getting arrested for being a terrorist person, and he's like, yeah, let's go. And like maybe he does support Hamas. Maybe he did send them money or something. Maybe he collaborated with him. Let's see the evidence. Okay, if he did provide material support to Hamas, then yeah, he broke the law. Like, go to jail. Okay, whatever. But you can't just assume he's guilty when you have no evidence. We don't have any evidence of this yet, I'd suppose. You're looking at a brown person and being like, you are a terrorist because you're a fucking racist.
With that fear, okay? Because I am like the average guy in America. Like, what are we doing here? If you are waking up with the fear every day that you might get arrested for terrorism, then motherfucker, you are a problem.
Are you
willing to put more pressure on Putin to end the war?
Yeah, it's Putin.
Well, remember, I'm the one that ended Nord
If
Stream
you're worried about being arrested for your opinion, you're the problem.
I'm sorry.
No, you knew what he was doing.
Right, if you're worried about getting arrested for your opinion, you're the problem.
He's like, listen, okay, so right now,
Yo, let's replay that clip. I want to hear this again.
I am like the average guy in America. Like, what are we doing here? If you are waking up with the fear every day that you might get arrested for terrorism, then motherfucker, you are a problem.
Wait, run that back real quick.
If you are waking up with the fear every day that you might get arrested for terrorism, then motherfucker, you are a problem.
Yep. Okay, Nux. Okay. Yeah, that's a normal thing that a normal person would say.
Get
Yeah.
arrested for terrorism, then motherfucker, you are a problem.
Yeah. All right. Enough of that joke.
Yeah, it's Putin.
Well, remember, I'm the one that ended Nord Stream 2.
Let's also remember that the war never would have started if I was president.
Going to a place called Pyramid. Come to think of it. I'm sorry.
No, he knew what he was doing. Oh, come on, he makes believe that it was an accident. He knew exactly what he was doing. He is flexing his schmeat. He's like, listen, okay, so right now, Europe kind of seems like they want to keep the war between Russia and Ukraine going, and Trump really wants it to end. That's kind of the major dilemma from my analysis that I've seen. You got Trump being like, we gotta end the war, never would have started if I was president, we make concessions, we make peace, and then the people in Germany are like, we want this war won, we want to win, we want victory, the Russians will never get away with this.
But I ended Nord Stream 2. Nobody else did. And then when Biden came in, he immediately approved it. That's essentially the largest pipeline in the world, going to Germany and other countries. And by the way, we have so much oil and gas.
No, we don't.
No,
I'm not saying
Germany
that
is sitting
want that. I think
basically
that
right
the
next
people
to them.
in charge of Europe kind of want that. The people in charge of Europe are pushing this shit. They are. They literally are. Endless money to Ukraine, endless soldiers that they're considering we're starting to recruit and starting to employ. Like, let's be real. Let's be real. I think that the people in charge of Europe are heavily into the idea of breaking up Russia. It kind of seems that way. It does. I have not seen a single person in Europe in a leadership position actually get up and be like, yo, y'all went too far. People are dying. I know shit's gonna be messy, but let's make peace. I haven't seen a single European leader do that. None.
You will not be able to buy it all. I mean, you literally, we have so much, and I hope we're going to make that a part of our tool because we have more.
We have so much money, so many weapons. It's not easy to be us, overflowing with weaponry and power.
Than anybody else. We have actually the most, by far, in the world, probably double what anyone else is. So
That's
we'll
it.
work on that. I'm sure that's something we'll discuss today.
Yes, Nux, let's end the war and leave thousands of children kidnapped by Russians. It's almost like you weren't listening at all to what I was saying. But good point. Good point. I was saying what Trump is fighting for, and then I was saying what Europe was fighting for. When did I say that anything that we should do? Did I come up with a solution to the world? Are Putin and Zelensky on my fucking WhatsApp chat? We're trying to figure this shit out immediately? It's like, oh, you keep 47 children, but return the rest. No, I'm not saying anything, okay? I have zero power. I'm a blue retard on the internet, making fun of bigger retards on the internet.
Mr. President, Mr. President.
What do you expect from Germany and what do you expect from the chancellor?
Well, first of all, I'm glad to meet because I've been dealing with the chancellor. He's very, he's difficult, I would say. Can I say that? It's a positive. You wouldn't want me to say you're easy, right? He's a very great representative of Germany. I think all we want.
Not easy. He didn't even spread his legs the first time I asked him.
Is just going to have a good relationship. The rest will just sort of follow very easily. We'll have a good trade deal. I mean, I guess that will be mostly determined by the European Union.
Yeah,
Europe
true.
will be involved. But we'll end up hopefully with a trade deal, or we'll do something. You know, we'll do the tariffs. I mean, I'm okay with the tariffs, or we make a deal with the trade. And I guess that's what we're discussing now.
Mr. President.
Dude, Musk is actually crashing out on Twitter literally right now. Oh my god. I am actually so excited. Okay, we're gonna cover all of Musk's responses after this speech.
Please go ahead.
Mr. President.
No, okay.
Germany not going to defense? Is Germany doing enough on defense?
What?
Is Germany doing enough on defense?
The chancellor wants to spend 3.5.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I haven't discussed it. We're spending more money on defense now, and quite a bit more money. That's a positive thing. I'm not sure that General MacArthur would have said it's positive. You know, wouldn't like it, but I sort of think it's good. You understand what I mean by that? He made a statement: "Never let Germany rearm." And I said, I always think about that when he says, "Sir, we're spending more money on defense." I say, "Ooh, is that a good thing or a bad thing?" I think it's a good thing.
Der Bundeskanzler der Bundesrepublik Deutschland ist der Regierungschef der Bundesrepublik Deutschland. Er bildet zusammen mit den Bundesministerien die My bad. I'm trying to read about this guy. I don't actually know who he is. How long has he been the chancellor?
I want to know who ran the American country for 4 years. From 2020 to 2024, I want to know who ran the country. I do. I really do. I want to know who ran the country.
Outside of the rigged election of 2020, I think
Oh, he's still going.
It was the ruling class. It was somebody in the ruling class. It was definitely, it was 99.999% chance it was an old, crusty, white man of European descent.
He's
I
still
guarantee it.
going.
The leader, the real ruler of America.
Other
There,
than stealing
that's
the election
him.
is the fact that we don't know who stole the election.
and who's using it. I happen to think I know.
Oh shit.
A redneck, chicken shit eating motherfucker.
Drop the
Easy way
deeds.
out, but
Whoever fucking did that shit is sweating, man.
it's a very bad thing, very dangerous. You know, I sign important documents. Usually, when they put documents in front of you, they're important. Even if you sign ships, I consider that important. I think it's inappropriate. You have somebody that's devoting 4 years of their life or more to being an ambassador. I think that person deserves to get a real signature, not an auto pen signature. And
Old school, classy guy.
I can tell auto pen easily.
Come on,
I can look at it.
Come on, Donald.
Like two little pinholes
Leak that
from
shit.
pulling the paper, right? You always see the pinholes. It's real easy to tell about auto pen. I think it's very disrespectful to people when they get an auto pen signature. Outside, auto pen to me are used when thousands of letters come in from young people all over the country and you want to get them back. And you know, people use auto pens for that. To send a little signature at the bottom of a letter. We have thousands of them. We get thousands of letters a week, and it's not possible to, do. I'd like to do it myself. You can't do it. To me, that's where auto pens start and stop. But I don't think,
Dude, I want the Epstein files. I want the auto pen info. Come on, man, release that. You can't just gargle us and drag us by the balls like this, my guy, my brother. Come on, dude.
I'm sure that he didn't know many of the things. Look, he was never for open borders. He was never for transgender for everybody. He was never for...
Biden hypocrisy is kind of crazy. Transgender for everybody. You get a penis. You get a penis.
men playing in women's sports. I mean, he changed it. I mean, all of these...
Of course he changed. He had no brain. His necromancers brought him to work every day and told him what policies needed to be enforced. And that was literally it. Like, guys, stop. No one thinks this is normal. No one thinks it's normal for
It wasn't fast enough.
No one does. No one thinks that's normal. Okay? Aside from some fringe retards with no brains, no one else thinks it's a normal thing. Okay? I'm just gonna say, I know it's a controversial thing. No one wants to hear it. No one wants to hear it. But no one thinks it makes sense. I'm telling you that shit's just done to manipulate people. It's done. It's like some massive corralling strategy. It's actually retarded.
things that changed so radically. I don't think he had any idea that what was, frankly, I said it during the debate and I say it now, he didn't have much of an idea what was going on.
Mr. President,
He should be, I mean, essentially whoever used the auto pen was the president.
Yeah.
And that is wrong, it's illegal, it's so bad, and it's so disrespectful to our country.
Trump is looking worse and worse every day, man. Like, have you noticed his face is it's looking warped. Like, I think whatever cantation he was using to to keep his body alive, it's not working, man.
Oh,
did you see
Look
it?
at him.
Look, I'm no body language expert, but that dude jumped.
The answer is yes.
Look at him.
If they'd like to have
Boom!
them, we've had-
Fixes his tie. Holy shit! You saw the load off his shoulders.
we have a lot of them, about 45,000. It's a lot of troops. It's a city. You think of it. That's good economic development. They're highly paid troops, and they spend a lot of money in Germany.
Remember when Kamala Harris said that there were no American troops outside of America? Dude, we dodged the biggest fucking bullet. Trump dodged a bullet, and so did the country. Trump dodged the bullet, and so did all of us. I have to find you this clip because it might be the most insane shit of all time. Bro, this is one of my favorite clips on the internet.
Well, I'll tell you, I agreed with President Biden's decision to pull out of Afghanistan. 4 presidents said they would, and Joe Biden. And as a result, America's taxpayers are not paying the $300 million a day we were paying for that endless war. And as of today, there is not one member of the United States military who is in active duty in a combat zone in any war zone around the world. The first time this century.
What?
But let's understand.
So where the fuck are we right now?
This is my favorite clip on the internet. I love this clip, man. It's so good. It's like a bunch of troops listening to Kamala Harris debating for president and being like, nah, dude, I don't know. There's no one outside of America.
Yeah, that was a pretty epic moment. I remember that.
Yes, please.
So, danke für die Frage.
Yo, the Kamala campaign was spectacularly bad, I must say.
Ich freue mich sehr, hier zu sein. Wir bereiten eine für unsere Zusammenarbeit vor. Ich freue mich sehr.
Mr. President,
You speak English because you speak such good English. Is it as good as your German, would you say? How do you feel more comfortable?
No, it's not my mother tongue, but I try to understand almost everything.
Yeah, very
To
good.
speak as
Nice.
well.
Listen, I'll be real. I understand a little German because I speak Yiddish. So I actually do understand German, pretty much. It's kind of great. It's kind of great because no one expects it. And then you hit them with some horribly mispronounced words about gefilte fish and they lose their shit.
Mr. President, Mr. President, thank you for the criticism that I've seen. I'm sure you've
That was actually pretty good.
What's your reaction to that? Do you think it's
Speaks
a
Yiddish.
passage in the Senate, which of course, what you're seeking?
Interesting.
You know, I've always liked Elon, so I was very surprised.
The only other people I've ever met that don't speak German but share an interest in German are people that speak Donsk.
1.6 trillion in cuts. It's the biggest tax cut.
It's crazy.
People's taxes will go way down. But
It's because they're all very similar.
We are doing things in that bill that
Also
when you
Afrikaans.
look at what we're doing for for small businesses.
But Yiddish is probably the most different from all three. That's why I don't.
And, Elon's upset because we.
Although I don't. I guess I've hardly ever spoken to a Yiddish speaking person.
Billions of dollars in subsidy. And, Elon knew this from the beginning. He knew it for a long time ago. That's been in there. That's, I would say that hasn't changed. Just been right from
Hey, JD, I love when he calls him JD. JD, remember when you were in Germany and they were all giving you a hard time, and now they're here glazing my Toxin sloshing is what we're doing.
the beginning, I think, Mr. Secretary, that hasn't changed at all right from the beginning. But I know that disturbed him. He wanted, and rightfully, he recommended somebody from that he, I guess, knew very well. I'm sure he respected him, but to run NASA, and I didn't think it was appropriate. And it happened to be a Democrat, like totally Democrat. And I say, look, we get certain privileges, and one of the privileges we're not to appoint a Democrat. NASA is very important. We have great people. General Kane is going to be picking somebody with our. We'll be checking him out.
I think I just like never want to go outside.
Understand why he's upset. Remember, he was here for a long time. You saw a man who was very happy when he stood
I can watch this stuff forever.
even with the black eye.
Oh no, he's mentioning
Till the
black
bitter
eye.
end.
Oh Lord, we covered that. We actually just covered that video like a week ago. Oh no.
We'll get you the makeup. But he said, no, I don't think so, which is interesting.
It looks like they've been like the skin over his reptilian flesh is starting to so they like pulled it back. You know what I'm saying? Like he's very clearly had some work done. I don't know.
That's fine. Bro, oh god, the beef is gonna be legendary.
Or something.
The crash
I
out's
don't know.
insane.
Something's going on with it.
So you could make that statement too, I guess.
I respect it.
Elon and I had a great relationship.
Had a great relationship.
I don't know if we're well anymore. I was.
Oh fuck. Oh, the content. Oh, endless content. It's insane. Oh my god. See, I like Elon and I like Trump. So I am fully on board with this drama. It's gonna be crazy. Holy drama, baby.
Surprised because you were here. Everybody in this room practically was here as we had a wonderful send-off. He said wonderful things about me. You couldn't have nicer.
True. He did do that.
He's worn the hat. Trump was right about everything, and I am right about the great big beautiful bill. We call it a great big beautiful bill because that's what it is.
All right, dude.
And again, biggest tax cuts in history, biggest economic development moves anywhere. We've never done anything like it. Business is spurred, and I don't know if you've seen the numbers, but the numbers came out. Even the CBO, which is run by Democrats, said that we're going to be doing. I'd like you to discuss it. The 2.8 trillion. That the CBO. This is a group of people that are Democrats. They're very hostile to us. They just came out with phenomenal numbers. What it does. You want to mention that, Scott?
Damn. Before we get into that, I gotta see the Elon responses to this Trump thing on Twitter. Oh my god. So false. This bill was never shown to me, even once, and was passed in the dead of night so fast almost no one in Congress can even read it. Oh my god, the beef is crazy. All right, so this is Elon quoting a Trump tweet from 2012, saying no member of Congress should be eligible for re-election if our country's budget is not balanced, deficit's not allowed. Oh, drama, dude. All right, he's still complimenting Trump. Doge. Democrats are calling Trump's decision to end federal funding for California's high-speed rail heartless, and he does support Trump. This is a brand new tweet also. So we got some really mixed reports, bro. We got some really mixed reports here. But he is really fucking mad about this. Oh my god, dude, the craziest one. Without me, Trump would have lost the election. Dems would control the House. Republicans would be 51-49. Ingratitude. Yikes, bro.
That is so interesting. That is actually fucking insane. That fucking Elon is posting this shit about Trump, about his ex. Yo, tweeting about your ex on X.com. That's a new low for even Elon. Well,
It's fantastic that Trump got that shit.
oh wait, I forgot about all the other ones. My bad. Yo, Elon is actually the king of tweeting about his exes.
That is my personal opinion and why I love this shit. But I have to say, this is awesome. So, from what I understand, Elon has been complaining about the big beautiful bill for a while because the bill does cut taxes, but it also makes
Think about that though. Like, what the fuck is Elon going on about? What the fuck? What is he talking about? Like, no, it wasn't passed in the dead of night. Okay, he's talking like we're in the fucking 20th century. Like all these guys just like got together in the middle of the night to pass this huge bill. This like fucking 7-page, but however fucking long it is. I can't remember.
EVs, right? I don't even think it's about the EVs personally. Although I'm sure that does hurt Elon a lot, the fact that they're doing the EV cuts. I personally think that the big beautiful bill, it does cut regulations on AI, which I think is a bad choice. But mostly, I think it's Elon is complaining that it puts the country in more debt. However, in my opinion, it does put the country in more debt. However, I think it gets balanced out by tariffs and by U.S. aid cuts.
I understand why they did the AI shit. I think I have a unique perspective on that, actually. And this is coming from a trained IT professional, mind you. Okay? I know, impressive. But The cuts to AI are scary and potentially world ending. I don't even think I'm being dramatic when I say that. Like, that's not even hyperbole. But it is really fucking funny because it is all in the name of like corporate profits. Like, Trump obviously did this because corporations understand that AI is just much more cruel than humans, and it's easier to get away with stuff because they can go to the courts and be like, oh, our bad, the AI went haywire and killed 40,000 people. Oops. Whoopsie. And then the court's going to be like, well, I guess it's just because AI. No, but AI is a tool. A tool that that Trump is like, yeah, go play with. It's like matches. It's like matches and gas. And Trump's like, yeah, this is gonna be a great idea. Let's cut AI regulation or like stop it from happening. Let's squash it before it even happens on a state level. Federal mandate. Yeah, genius. I'm so glad that passed. Unironically, I am, because, like, part of me is, I'm really not an accelerationist, but, like, part of me is, and, like, I think I'm an AI accelerationist, because I think it'll be, like, probably the worst future for us. So, like, if we're gonna choose the bad timeline, we might as well pick, like, the Matrix, like digital enslavement universe. Why not? Let's go down that path. This is great. This is a great idea. I love the AI cuts. Fuck you, Nuxanor. Nuxanor just doesn't want anything fun. He doesn't want the, like, Matrix, like, plug my brain into the internet kind of future. Like, I want that. That's fucking badass, okay? I wanna be like, I want to wake up, like, covered in slime in a pod, and I'm like, this is real life? Like, I thought, what the fuck? That would be sick, though. That would be cool.
Holy drama moly. This is gonna work out. You're gonna see. You ready for a really hot take? A really, really hot take? A really hot take? This is theater. We are watching theater. They're arguing over something that are definitely two sides to a very public issue. And I think that we are watching one of the craziest theaters of all time. Oven mitts on, gamers. Fuck hell yeah, let's go. It's gonna be exciting.
So what we've seen is we keep hearing from the CBO that there's going to be a large deficit from the bill, which we disagree with, but using the CBO scoring, they came out and scored the tariff revenue. We think it'll be the minimum of $2.8 trillion over the 10-year window, which actually puts the bill in surplus if you include the tariff revenue, which they won't do.
It gives you a tremendous surplus, but we're not allowed to use that. For some reason, they say scoring. Nobody knows what scoring means. Maybe a couple of people, but nobody. Somebody sits in the background, they say, well, we're not going to allow that. They're not allowing other things that we have that are tremendously profitable for our country. But if you saw the other day, CNBC, they came out with numbers, and the people on the show, very good people, I've watched them for a long time, they couldn't believe the numbers. How could they? The numbers were incredible. And that was personal income.
I guess
and
we'll see how this goes.
Inflation. We have very low inflation. We're down to 2% now, and maybe even lower than that. And when I took it over, it was a mess. Remember, we had the worst inflation probably in the history of our country. They say 48 years, but let's say I think it's worse than that. So we had the worst inflation in the history of our country under the Biden administration. Now we're down to a beautiful number, 2%. You'd actually like to keep it there. Better
Yeah,
than
that's
zero
crazy.
is 2%. It's going down.
That is insane.
1% is like perfect. That's perfect. You don't want to have zero for certain reasons that nobody is very interested to listen to. But we have almost perfect inflation. Grocery prices are down. Everything. Remember eggs? Eggs. We weren't going to buy another egg for the next 20 years. They were so expensive, right? Remember?
Yeah.
You guys all hit me about eggs.
Yeah.
Eggs have come down 400%. Everybody has eggs now. Having eggs for breakfast again. But if you look at gasoline, very important.
It's
I think
down.
always the most important because it's the energy is the biggest factor. That's what happened. You screwed up our energy policy, and everything went up because energy went up.
I cannot believe that the auto pen would ruin the energy policy in the country.
Now energy is way down, and they have states where you're at $1.98 a gallon for gasoline. So the costs have come way down. And one of the things I ran on was that I ran on the border. We have the best border
That
in the
is
history
true.
of our country. 99.
The issue with the big beautiful bill for me is the fact that I feel like there's so many parts to it, and I agree with, I'd say, 99% of it. Like, from what I've seen, I agree with 99% of the big beautiful bill. But that's the problem. The problem is the fact that they couldn't divorce it into multiple different decisions. Like, most of the things that the big beautiful bill does are super fucking good, but you know.
9.99%. It was.
Promises made,
last week,
promises
three people
kept.
came in. Two of them for medical reasons. We let them in because one of them had a heart attack. I think it was a nice thing to do, and one of them had something else. So we never had. I had very good numbers for 4 years, but we really topped it. And I want to thank
Interesting.
Tom Holman. They've done a fantastic job.
Yeah.
But nobody mentions that anymore. Remember, a few months ago, the border was a total disaster. People were coming in by the hundreds of thousands of people a day, a week, a month. I mean, we had a month. 2 million people came in 1 month. The border was being overrun, and by bad people, criminals, murderers, drug dealers. We had some of the worst people in the world coming in from all over the world. It's totally closed.
He's not wrong.
You know what? People are coming into our country, but they're coming in legally. So we've done a great job. Elon knew that. Elon endorsed me very strongly. He actually went up and campaigned for me. I think I would have won. Susie would say I would have won Pennsylvania easily anyway.
Personally, I think Trump would have won even without Elon. I do think Elon made it a landslide, but I do think Trump would have won even without Elon.
Even if the governor ran.
Like, you just go outside and you talk to people in public, and it's like everyone in America wanted to change the
I agree with that. Yeah, he probably would have won because Elon didn't really move the needle. Like, let's be real. Nux, why does he like Elon? I don't get it. Like you're taking every opportunity to like shit on Elon. Like, what's going on, man? I thought he was like your number 2 goat. Like, I don't know.
Yikes, and he claims he never read it through. I don't know. I feel like this is going to be like a lost in translation kind of thing. In my opinion, I think Elon knew the vast majority of it. He just didn't actually read it through. So I don't think either of them are lying. I just think it's more of like an up to interpretation kind of thing.
Problem with it. All of a sudden he had a problem.
And I don't like personally that Elon crashes out publicly like this. I just don't see how that's a good thing. I don't think it's a good thing. And he does it a lot. He did it with the video game, cheating in video games shit, you know? He did it with that. He's doing it now. Like, let's be real. He's done it before and he's going to keep doing it. But I do like the fact that they disagree. I do actually like that they disagree on things. I think it's super important for the country.
We developed the problem when we found out that we're going to have to cut the EV mandate because that's billions and billions of dollars. And it really is unfair. We want to have cars of all types. Electric, we want to have electric, but we want to have a gasoline, combustion. We want to have different. We want to have hybrids. We want to have all. We want to be able to sell everything. And when that was cut, and Congress wanted to cut it, it became a little bit different. And I can understand that. But he knew every aspect of this bill. He knew it better than almost anybody.
All right.
And he never had a problem until right after he left. And if you saw the statements he made about me, which I'm sure you can get for it's very fresh on tape. He said the most beautiful things about me. And he hasn't said bad about me.
Dude, I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying to every single person that calls MAGA a cult, right? MAGA, it's a cult. It's such a cult out there. They don't disagree. They just homogeneously follow along. Well, I guess they beat the cult allegations. That's why I say this might be theater. I think making it a big public crash out, I think, is very likely. It's a very theatrical thing. I don't know. I'm curious. I'm very curious what the actual strategy here is. However, it's entertaining as fuck. It's so entertaining.
Personally, but I'm sure that'll be next. I'm very disappointed in him. I've helped you.
Oh my.
Yeah,
God, bro,
okay.
Bro.
I don't think it's staged. I think that the idea that this is staged is so fucking stupid. Why the fuck would they do that? To give the illusion of discourse within the MAGA movement? They don't want to fucking do that. They don't want to fucking do that, dumbass. And nobody's fucking buying it. Nobody cares anyway. Nobody that like thinks that MAGA is like a hive mind gives a fuck if they're like having petty arguments. This is just like this was of course what was going to happen, and I'm pretty sure I called it. Okay, yeah, of course Elon and Trump were gonna break up and like have like I didn't think it would happen this soon. I thought they'd probably keep it going for like another 6 months, but this was always going to be this was the eventual end point. This was the destination.
Oh, the Elon is president people are going to be silent? No, they're going to be talking about how they were so excited that they're crashing out and arguing. But let me be real here. Every single person that called Elon the shadow government and used that to burn down his cars and protest.
I'm not really excited. I don't fucking care. I don't really fucking care.
I think that
it doesn't matter.
Realistically, all these fucking people, bro, calling it the shadow president. So first of all, they're wrong.
It is kind of cute seeing them fight.
It's probably some of the worst political rhetoric ever done in the United States of America, galvanizing people to burn his cars and his shops. I think it's another perfect instance of the far left actually being violent and actually using their influence to manipulate people into thinking there's a constitutional crisis. And I'll be real. It's kind of a vindication to see the fact that that's not happening. I think that most reasonable people saw it.
That, like, I don't know. They're shit cars anyways. They blow up on their own. How do you know that they didn't even just, like, explode by themselves? They fucking do that anyway. They blow up in the street. Fuck, when that one blew up in front of Trump Tower, I thought for sure that it just, like, exploded. But Teslas do that. They, like, obviously that time it was, like, fireworks or whatever. It was, like, homemade explosives. But, Teslas do just explode in the street. That's happened. Okay, what happens is the lithium-ion battery, when they overheat, they expand. And then when they rip, they shoot out flames and shit. And then if that goes on long enough, I'm pretty sure they just like go, they just like blow up. It's fucking crazy. It's like in a video game. It's like when you shoot the barrel in the video game and the flame shoots out before the barrel blows up.
I'm excited to see how this turns out.
Mr. President, I just want to clarify, did he raise any of these concerns with you privately before he raised them publicly? And this is the guy you put in charge of cutting spending. Should people not take into
And also, you gotta realize, the crazy leftists that have been burning his shit, they're gonna stop now. They're gonna be pro-Elon. You have to realize how insane this is. Every single person that was harassed...
He called Trump a pedophile. Like, Elon basically just called Trump a pedophile. Like, think about that, bro. Like, nah, this isn't... Like, what this reporter is asking is a valid point. He's like, well, you elected him. Like, how did your relationship with this person already deteriorate to this point? Like, it can't just be over one bill, okay? One bill with a few things in it that Elon didn't like. Like, what happened is basically what this guy is asking. What the fuck?
Flip like this. Because really, they only have Trump derangement syndrome here. They're gonna flip instantly and be on his side. Like, I'm just saying, this is so interesting to watch the mainstream thought process completely cuck itself.
Seriously, that's
It is the depressing reality. He's right about that.
He's got nice offices too, but there's something about this one I was telling the chancellor. This is where it is. People come in here, even from Germany. They come in and they walk into the Oval Office, and it's just a special place.
Even your Führer didn't have an office this nice.
Yeah. World War I, it started and it ended here. World War
Not
II,
nearly.
Why are you doing this, bro? Why are you doing this in front of the Chancellor of Germany? Oh my god, bro's addicted to the flex.
So many other things. Everything big comes right from this beautiful space. It's now much more beautiful than it was 6 months ago. A lot of good things are happening in this room. And I'll tell you, he's not the first. People leave my administration and they love us. And then at some point they miss it so badly. And some of them embrace it and some of them actually become hostile. I don't know what it is. It's sort of Trump derangement syndrome, I guess they call it. But
bro, no. People are going to read that as him saying that Elon has Trump derangement syndrome. And you know, he might have even meant it that way. Bro! Oh my god. I mean, obviously Trump's offended. I mean, like, let's be real here. Trump's a man, balls of iron, all right, thin of steel. But he's very offended. I think from his perspective, he was stabbed in the back. He was stabbed in the back by his partner. I think that is how he sees it, and I think that's why he's getting like very touchy about it, realistically. And I think Elon kind of feels the same way.
Yeah, I think Elon really tugged it at DJ's heartstrings. I think he really got to him. I think he did. Come on, Trump, just kiss and make up already. Let's just get to the end of the Hallmark movie.
I think this is a sort of real beef.
It's
and
pathetic.
Half real, half theater, and it's gonna end up hilarious. That's my prediction. We'll see. Who knows? Maybe I'll be wrong.
in the morning, and the glamour's gone. The whole world is different, and they become hostile. I don't know what it is. Someday you'll write a book about it. You'll let us know.
I think they're either gonna like make up or like Elon might just keep spiraling. Like that's what's gonna happen, and Elon is not. He's not gonna take the fall from grace well. Like legitimately, I have concerns for the man's life. If that happens, I don't know if he has already survived a pretty hard fall off, but like it could get so much worse. It could get so much worse for him, and I don't want to see it. I don't want to see any of this shit, though. Actually, I would love to see that more than anything. More than any of this.
Alright, good question. For those of you that are unaware...
But legitimately, I wouldn't want to see him, like, dead.
Ukraine-Russia drama.
I think that's, like, a serious possibility.
Now Zelensky's like, let's do a peace treaty! And it's like, oh, no, you know he's not going to do a peace
If he
treaty.
loses have you seen Tesla today?
Oh, God.
It was, like, down 47, I'm pretty sure. It's crazy.
Penetrated with the penis drone strike.
And I don't think he's playing games. I think I've always said he wanted
It penetrated him deep into his nation. Incredibly deep into his nation.
the whole thing. I thought he wanted the entire.
That's so weird.
Everything having to
Why
do
do
with
they
the
say
president.
shit
That's something
like
that would have
this?
never happened if I were president. The election was rigged. I didn't get to be president, but I got to be president.
Why do they? That's like the shit I would hear on like
A couple of things like that.
on
The war
poll.
would never-
Okay, like back in the day.
never happened.
Yeah.
Never, not even a chance. And it didn't happen for 4 years.
That was like a regular kind of statement for
Ukraine
poll.
a lot. But he would have never done what he did. And I think mistakes were made by him.
And it's just like, it's so weird. I never understood it. Like the sexual innuendo with the killing. Yeah, we're gonna like,
Israel would have never happened.
we're gonna do sexual innuendo when it comes to like murder.
Would have never happened because
Oh yeah, I love America's big hard bombs that they drop all over innocent fucking civilians.
my great energy policy, we were down into
Biden.
It's disgusting.
and it would have never happened. It was caused by energy and their bad spending on the Green New Scam and other things that they spent.
He is
Those things would have never
going!
happened. But
Oh,
they caused
Lord.
The war, Chancellor, with
Bombs of peace.
it was
Bombs of freedom.
I dealt with Putin a lot. There was no chance, zero. And you know, a lot of people say, how do you know? For 4 years it didn't happen. There was never a chance it would happen. And he understood the consequences. Now, it's a shame. I mean, when you see all of those people, they came came out with a report today that millions of people have died. Much more than people
Mario,
thought.
man.
I've been saying that for a long time. The amount of death in that war is
Why does he
larger
look
than
like
the news
that?
has been reporting, or that, frankly, that either side has been reporting. It's a very sad thing. And I can tell you, just speaking for the chancellor, because we speak about it, he feels the same way. He wants to see it ended. You know,
I hate the way they all sit. I really do.
On how we could contribute to that goal. And we all are looking for measures and for instruments to bring this terrible
Yeah,
war
what are you
to an end.
contributing, bro?
And may I remind you that we are having June 6th tomorrow. This is D-Day anniversary.
No, wait, dude. They celebrate June 6th in Germany? No, there's no way. What? No.
When the Americans
Why wouldn't they?
war.
Oh, it's gotta hurt, man.
I think they
They
consider
celebrate America
Nazis
ending
their
the war.
enemies. So yeah, they would.
One second, I gotta grok this shit.
Of course they would.
Do they celebrate June 6th in Germany? Not a public holiday, not widely recognized event specifically tied to this date. However, certain events are think June 6th notable for D-Day, Allied invasion of Normandy on June 6th in 1944. Yep! Well, significant date in history, Germany does not formally celebrate. Alright, June 6th, no major occurrences. Alright.
In your, and I think this is in your hand in specific, in ours.
that was not a pleasant day for you.
No, that wasn't
Why is he doing this? Why is he doing that? No.
not a pleasant.
This is
Well,
not a great
in the
day.
long run,
Bro, Trump.
Mr. President, this was the liberation of my country from Nazi dictatorship.
That's true.
And we
Sure, it was pretty good, sort of. Like, in a way, it was kind of good.
we know what we owe you. But this is the reason why I'm saying that America is again in a very strong position to do something on this war and ending this war. So
Bro, dude, that is so slimy and snaky. That is really slimy. He is saying, do you realize what's happening? Do you realize what is going on? He is saying that good job, America, for ending the war. You want America to get involved militarily in the war in Russia. That is exactly what you're saying. There is no two ways about it. Bro, way to make a point. Did you hear that?
but this is the reason why I'm saying that
Yeah, why are you saying this?
America is again in a very strong position to do something on this war and ending this.
Yeah, how did America end the war on T-Day, huh? How did they end the war then? Let's be real here, brothers. Oh my God.
So let's talk.
We didn't do that. We didn't end the war on D-Day. Okay, D-Day wasn't like the end of the war. Okay, it was like many months before the end of the war. Let me see here. It was in June. I don't know. I fucking forgot. It's midnight. But anyway, it was actually not the Americans that won World War II, okay? Obviously. Fucking obviously. It was Russia. Okay? And yeah, we are in a position now. We are the only ones that can fight off Russia, okay? It is the only way. If Russia starts invading, like, God forbid, Europe, which won't happen, okay, probably. But my point is that, yeah, like, we're the only ones that can do it. Germany can't fucking do anything about it, and they're sweating right now. That's all this is.
What we can do jointly, and we are ready to do what we can.
And we should do something about it. We
looking for more pressure on Russia.
have the resources.
And we should talk about that.
We should talk about that. Bomb the shit out of Russia, is what he's saying. Mobilize the American troops, send it to Russia. Yeah, we got it. All right. Save our ass, Mr. President. I see it.
That's
see
not
it.
what
I don't know
he's
what
saying.
Zelensky did to this guy in the blowjob room, but I don't know. That was a really slimy, snaky way to say it. I'm not gonna lie. I am not gonna lie. That's really slimy and snaky.
We won't talk about that. You know, it's good timing.
Dude, can you imagine if, like, Israel said that or something? Dude, people would lose their minds.
The numbers for our country are through the roof, the economic numbers, because of the election and because of tariffs and other
Because we
things.
already send
Some
them,
of the best
like,
numbers we've ever had.
20
They were
billion.
yesterday, the day before, and even today.
And because of, like, the difference in the situation
6 months
there.
ago, we were having a hard time getting anybody
Yeah,
to go.
people would go bananas over that. But
We couldn't get people
but
to
also
go.
not really, because they already say that all the time. Like, give me money! Give me money! Remember when Trump pulled out the chair?
Highest number in the history of our country.
Remember when he pulled out the chair?
But the
Oh,
highest
here,
in the history
here
of
you
our
go.
country. Recruitment, joining the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines,
Come on.
Coast Guard, police, forces
Come on
all
now.
over.
Nobody gives a fuck when we give Israel money. Don't pretend like anybody actually cares.
In our country, and
I mean, people care. Regular
6
people
months ago,
care.
right, that you got reports, you're the one that released
When
it.
they
You couldn't get anybody to
fi-
join
when
the
they
army.
know about it, when they see it.
Every service now is
not wrong.
But it's always happening. It's 20 billion a year over year.
Completely correct. Yeah, he is not wrong. There is an honor in being an American that there wasn't for a very long time. You know, not even exaggerating. People are proud to be American, and I think that is one of the biggest W's Trump could have possibly had. Bro cucked that man really quickly. He shut him down very professionally. Holy shit.
That's an honor. That's a great honor. You've had enough. Go ahead.
Enough of you! I heard you speak. No more. Shut the frick up, you bitch.
Mr. President, so would you consider to put more sanctions on Russia? This discussion is going on now for weeks and months, and you tweeted about it once, but then nothing happened. So
Yeah, when I see the moment when we're not going to make a deal, when this thing won't stop,
Is there a
in
deadline
that
for you?
moment, yeah, it's in my brain, the deadline. When I see the moment where
2 more weeks. It's in my brain. The deadline.
But there'll be
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, just 2 more weeks. Just two more weeks, please. Oh, true. Yeah, true. Yeah, he's gonna end it. Yeah, you fucking moron. You're gonna look so stupid. You're gonna look so. Look, if he does end the war, great. Okay, I would love that. There are other things I would like to see happen as well that aren't going to happen. So, I don't know. You might not catch me like celebrating all that much if the war ends, especially if they make major concessions to Russia and give like a lot of land to Ukraine. But you know, look, it's true that we should have gotten out of it years ago, and that's fucking Byron's fault. That's the that's Democratic leadership's fault. But you know what? Okay, but this is the situation we're in. And anyway, I don't think Trump's gonna be able to pull it off. It's not happening. He's just like, he's too, I don't know how to explain it. He's like, he fell off. Like, he's too low energy. It's sad. It's big sad. Big. Very big. But anyway, let's keep watching. Inflation is down. Let's go. Let's go.
If someone says, I had a 2-hour and 15-minute conversation, you know that shit was heated.
This is me speaking, maybe in a negative sense, but sometimes you see two young children fighting like crazy. They hate each other and they're fighting in a park. And you try and pull them apart. They don't want to be pulled. Sometimes you're better off letting them fight for a while and then pulling them apart. And I gave that analogy to Putin yesterday. I said, President...
Why? Wait, what? Would you see two kids in a park? Why would you do that? If you saw two children fighting, why the fuck would you do that?
From some fucking limp dick, cock-sucking, cockroach, far-left news site titled Trump Tells Putin to Let Them Fight.
First of all, even if you take the analogy literally, it's stupid. Like, no, I wouldn't let if I saw two children fighting each other, like seriously fighting, I would be like, damn, like one of them could get hurt, and I'd try to separate them. That's the normal thing to do. It's like the normal thing to do. Okay, it depends on, like, honestly, it depends on, like, who it is. I don't know. Two babies probably aren't gonna, like, maim each other. But if it's like a couple of teenagers or even preteens, like, fucking, you can't, they got like hands and fingers, they could like gouge each other's eyes out. I don't know. It's fucked up what one person could do to another. And when there's like a fight going on, like, it happens quickly. But anyway, so it doesn't work in real life either. Like what he's saying is like, oh, we need to like let Ukraine and Russia fight longer for like, so we can get a better deal in the future. I don't know. I think that's what he's trying to say. But I don't really think that is a good. I think the reality is that he's just like trying to be like, please give me more time, Americans, please. Like, I'm trying to end the war. I'm trying to end it. But we need the W, and Putin is not backing off, and he's not returning my calls.
Boys do that shit, all right? I don't know, man. I feel like some feminists are not going to like this approach.
You let them fight for a little while. You see it in hockey. You see it in sports. The referees let
I like hockey. It's soon to be America's third national sport. I'm just saying, Canada, when you become the 51st, they will let you keep hockey.
Go for a couple of seconds. Let him go for a little while before you pull them apart. And maybe, and I said it, and maybe that's a negative.
Some feminist is going to be like, no, you're not allowed to let your kids fight. No, you must dress them in skirts and make them have tea together.
Because we're saying go.
Nah, look, kids fight each other. You just, like, but it's not supposed to be allowed, you know? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's like stopping children from fighting each other is sissy feminist shit now? What? And also, this is such a perfect analogy for Russia-Ukraine. That's the most insane part. That's the most fucking crazy part. Oh, we're gonna die. We're dead. We're all dead, man. It is so Jover. I can't even say that anymore. It's, I don't know. We need a replacement for Jover.
Giving Ukraine money. Obviously, Russia's stronger. Of course they're gonna fight back. They were just humiliated. No, they're gonna retaliate. Now Zelensky wants a peace deal. Obviously, he gets a win-win. If he gets a peace treaty, then let's go. We got a peace treaty. If he doesn't get a peace treaty, then he gets to say we wanted a peace treaty and Putin attacked us, which is like, it's a bit of a snake strategy. But let's be real. That's war, baby. That's how all of this happens. Two retards fighting.
But we don't have an idiot. It's like, I'd love to have that. I'd like it to start. Right now, we would leave a room and we do the work of that. We'd say, forget about you guys, forget about trade, right? We'd say, let's go settle it. There's some additional fighting that's going to go on. He attacked, and they attacked pretty harshly.
Yep.
They went deep into Russia.
Yep.
And he actually told me, I mean,
Russia, Russia.
He said that we have no choice but to attack based on that, and it's probably not going to be pretty. I don't like it. I said, don't do it. You shouldn't do it. You should stop it. But again, there's a lot of hatred. And, you know, I'm very proud of the fact that with India and Pakistan, I was able to stop that. And those are nuclear powers. And that would have really, that was getting close to being out of hand. And I spoke to some very talented people on both sides, very good people on both sides. And I said, you know, we're dealing with you on trade, Pakistan and India right now. They said, we're not going to deal with you on trade if you're going to go shooting each other and whipping out nuclear weapons that maybe even affect us.
He pulled out his little shrivel top, and he pulled out his sandy, annoying, rough one, and I was like, put them away. Mine is bigger. Y'all want some of this one? And I slapped mine on the table, and the table snapped in half under the way. So they just decided, you're so right, Mr. President. Yours is longer. It's orange. I like it a lot more than my own. And they made peace.
Because, you know, that nuclear dust blows across oceans very quickly.
So true and real. So based and true and real and based. And I don't know why a popular sentiment right now from the pundit land, for some reason, pundit land is going wild. Pundit land is going insane, for those of you that are unaware. Let me show you. I don't even know. I don't know if I saved this one. Tucker Carlson just said, I don't know why we're against Iran. I don't know why we're against Iran. We have an ocean between us, and Iran is, who knows if they're gonna get nukes. And then Khomeini, the leader of Iran, is like, you have nukes. We should have nukes too. And it's like, bro, stop. What are you talking about?
It affects us. And I said, if you're going to do that, we're not going to do any trade deals. And you know what? I got that war stopped. Now, I hope we don't go back and we find out that they signed it, but I don't think they will. They were both good. They were well represented. I want to congratulate both countries because, as you know...
I found the tweet. All right, so this is Tucker Carlson. All right, this was wild. He posted this today. You know, whatever. In fact, there is zero credible intelligence that suggests Iran is anywhere near building a bomb or has plans to. Anyone who claims otherwise is ignorant. And then the actual leader of Iran. You Americans possess atomic bombs and have massive destruction of the world at your disposal. What business is it of yours whether the Iranian nation should or shouldn't have uranium enrichment, or whether it shouldn't? I don't know. What is that implying, brothers? That is definitely implying that they want a bomb. All right, let's be real, bro. Let's be real. That's a bit of a yikes.
The leader of India, who's a...
The reason I paused it is because that was so fucking stupid. I had to finish chewing, and okay. So you Americans possess atomic bombs and have the massive destruction of the world at your disposal. What business is it of yours whether the Iranian nation should or shouldn't have uranium enrichment, or whether it shouldn't or shouldn't have a nuclear industry? What he's saying is that America has literally a fuck ton of nuclear bombs. And you're telling us that we have to neuter our radioactive industry? Or, I mean, our nuclear industry. You're telling me that... I'm sorry, it's fucking late. He's saying that we have all these atomic bombs, and we're also, at the same time, saying you cannot have nuclear energy, or you don't get to have a lot of nuclear energy, because we're afraid you might create bombs with it. And that's fucked up. And he's right, it is. Especially because Iran is unironically the most peaceful fucking nation on the planet. Like, it's definitely, maybe not the most peaceful, but it's definitely up there. And to a lot of fucking morons, and a lot of right-wing morons especially, they're gonna, like, laugh at that. They're gonna be like, oh, the dirty, evil Muslim nation that throws gay people off of roofs, they're the most peaceful nation? You stupid fucking liberal. And it's like, yes, bro, they are. They literally are, man. Like, they have, first of all, they have endured a lot of bullshit from their neighbors. All of their neighbors. Particularly one of them. Okay, but that's another topic, okay? We can talk about that later. But they do, yes, domestically, they are insane. They are insanely violent and, like, brutal to their own people and to just basically anybody within their borders. Okay, it's like, it's brutal and violent. Okay, but that being said, internationally they are incredibly peaceful, and so basically they're saying, hey, like, we are incredibly peaceful. Why can't we have nuclear technology? Like, statistically, we are one of the most peaceful nations on the fucking planet. Why can we not have nuclear technology? And the answer isn't, the answer is not because you're dangerous, obviously. It's not that. If you believe any of the other shit I just said, then you know that's not the reason. So what is the reason? I think it is beneficial for America to make Iran reliant on fossil fuels and not cleaner and, like, more efficient, cheaper nuclear energy. And the thing is, the people of Iran do not have the same, like, negative connotations with nuclear energy that we have in the West. So people would be more accepting there. That's why it's, like, not super popular over here. Fucking Chernobyl happened. Everybody lost their shit over Chernobyl. Where, like, 1,000 things went wrong.
I don't know. What is that implying, brothers? That is definitely implying that they want a bomb. All right, let's be real, bro. Let's be real. That's a bit of a yikes.
The leader of India was
Yo, never forget, while we're talking about this, never forget the fucking Demon Core. Like, humans have done some insane shit with radiation. What the fuck were they thinking, dude? This is the crazy shit. Is this the screwdriver? During the Trinity test, both died following supercritical incidents. Oh my god, dude, that... Yeah, this was the worst. Oh my fucking jeez. JFC, dude, this shit is hard to fucking look at. Yeah, anyway, rest in peace. Humans have done some insane shit. What the fuck were you thinking? A screwdriver? I mean, really, man? A screwdriver? Alright, back to whatever the fuck we were looking at this.
A few weeks ago, we had some late talks. We're doing a trade deal, and Pakistan.
What time is it? Shit, it's midnight.
Some people won't like what I say. You know, it is what it is. And they stopped that war. Now, am I going to get credit? I'm not going to get credit for anything. They don't give me credit, but nobody else could have done it. I stopped it.
It was me, no one else, all me.
I wish we could do the same thing with Ukraine and Russia, and at some point it'll happen. I believe that. And if it doesn't happen, or if I see somebody's out of line and Russia's out of line, we'll be. You'll be amazed.
Strong words.
Remember this.
All right.
They like to say that I'm friends with. I'm not friends with anybody. I'm friends with you. I'm not friends with that.
I'm not friends with you. Remember that, bro.
The right thing to have for everybody, for humanity. But I'm the one that stopped the pipeline. It's called Nord Stream 2. Until I came along, nobody ever heard. Not one person in this room ever heard of Nord Stream 2. You probably did because it went to Germany.
True.
But I stopped it. I stopped it. Yeah, and you've said that openly. It was a mistake because, and I used to go with Angela and say, well, wait a minute, we're spending all this money to defend you against Russia, and then you're giving Russia billions of dollars a month. What kind of a deal is that? You know, which was, but you said it better than anybody else. I appreciate it. But I'm the one that stopped it, and that was the biggest economic development job, if you want to call it that, in the history of Russia. It was a massive. It's the biggest pipeline in the world.
Bro, the self-blame is
Not only
insane.
to Germany. You know, they're Germany, but then they were branching off all over to Europe. Nobody ever heard of. Not one person of you heard of it, and I stopped it. It was dead. And then they say I'm friends with Putin. I got along. He respected me. I respected him. It would have never happened.
The Russia
But I
shit is
stopped
still
Nord Stream
going.
2. When Biden came in, almost the first week, he approved it. He let it be built. And then they say that I wasn't tough on Russia. Putin said to me, you know, you're not tough on Russia. You stopped the biggest, most important job we've ever done. You stopped it. And Biden came in and he let it be built. And I'll tell you what, I'll never forget the day. I had it totally stopped. They weren't building. They gave up on it. They weren't able to. And then Biden came in and he let it build. I couldn't believe it. Okay, one or two questions more. Any question for the chancellor?
Dude, I love how Trump feels bad. He's like, yo, y'all just talking to me. He literally flew all the way here to answer some questions. You're talking to me about Russia and Elon Musk. Like, come on, dog.
Go ahead for the chancellor. I like his answers.
No one has any questions for him. It's silent. Dude, it's crazy. Dude flew in. The press is here. No one has a single question for him. Oh, of course. Of course. Someone had to fill the silence. Will you support Ukraine?
With Ukraine.
Oh,
You signed a
no.
big deal on rare earth with Ukraine. And
Trump answers it.
You know what? I'm for stopping killing, really. That's what I'm for. Again, a war that would have never started, should have never started.
And then Trump
Killing.
started.
We spent $350 billion, much more than Europe, but Europe spent a lot also. They spent way over $100 billion. So you're talking about close to $500 billion went into that whole thing. And it's not even the money, and I know with you too, it's a lot of money, but it's the death that's being caused. We went to the Middle East. I went last week to the Middle East. We took in 5 $5.1 trillion. That's
Crazy.
many, many times. That's 30, 40 times, 50 times.
There's a lot of
more than what
dying
we're talking
and a
about.
lot of shooting.
Think of that, $5.1 trillion of investment with one trip that lasted 4 days. So it's not the money.
It's about
It's a little bit,
dying.
but not the money. The big thing. The big thing is the
Dying.
death. The death of, and really the decimation. You've lost a whole culture. You know, Ukraine had the most beautiful turrets. They call them turrets. Little
Spires.
towers. The most beautiful in the world. They're all now laying on this side, blown to smithereens. It'll never happen again. They've taken away the culture of a country. They've taken away the heritage of a country. It's a terrible thing. But most importantly, again, is the death. 5,000 plus people a week, soldiers, are being killed. He doesn't want that, and I don't want that. Yeah, please.
All right.
President, do you support the Reagan bill, putting high tariffs?
I have not looked at it, but they'll
No,
be guided
wait,
by.
they keep asking Trump questions. Trump even said, guys, please, I am begging you guys, please ask the German chancellor some questions. He literally flew here. They're like, of course. Anyway, let's talk about, let's ask Trump more questions. It's unbelievable.
I mean, it's the way it's supposed to be. They're going to be guided by me. No, I haven't looked at it. It's a bill on sanctions, etc. I'm a very quick study.
Because like, what the fuck can they ask him? Like, what fucking questions are there for the Chancellor of Germany? Hey, are you gonna do anything about all the Nazis that are, like, cropping up? Hey, what's up with all the coal burning that you... Oh, my bad, I forgot about that. About that fucking... I did not, that's... I meant the fucking coal. I did not... Wait, that's my bad, actually. I forgot about that term. Shit. Well, anyway, you know, what about all that thought? Like, what? Back to what I was saying, but let's forget about that. But what the fuck would they ask him? Like, what's up with all the, like, lack of nuclear energy? You know, what's up with all the fossil fuel burning? There's just, like, he's not... Germany, look, I'll stand by this. Germany's not an interesting country. It's not. Like, despite the history, it's just boring. Germany is fucking boring. Now, Austria is fucking sick. Okay, Austria has some cool history. Like, go to Salzburg. Oh, man. What is it? It's beautiful. Austria is a beautiful country. Germany's all, like, dark and, like gray. It's like the United Kingdom. Okay, Austria is like all beautiful and like it's just like lovely. Germany, like everything in also like most everything in Germany in World War II got exploded. Okay, got blowed up. A lot of it anyway. Austria, you know, a lot of it got blowed up too, of course, but it's not quite as bad. Like Old Town in Salzburg, and a lot of the smaller villages are, some of them have buildings that are hundreds of years old. I think isn't there like a 800-year-old church or something in Germany? Like giant Gothic architecture? It's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway,
But it could very well be okay. I have to
let's
see.
keep going.
They're waiting for me to decide what to do. I'll know maybe very soon. It's a harsh bill. Yeah, very harsh.
It's badass. The fuck?
I told you, I literally told... They didn't even wait a day! I said wait a day and they're gonna spin that! They spun it immediately! They literally spun it immediately! When we said war between two kids, Mr. Chancellor, do you agree with the sentiment? Is that what you are saying, Phil? Oh my god.
This is pretty predictable. I mean, he was sitting next to him and he didn't say anything, and then... Like, what I'm saying is, like, yeah, I know you came to that conclusion, the reporter came to that conclusion, and you're not, like, intelligent for coming to that conclusion. Look, I think that we take it for granted. I think that's why this child thought that, like, him noticing that was obviously going to be a line of questioning. We take for granted how people bend the knee to Trump, okay? We really do. Like, it's just so natural. When he can fucking say whatever the fuck he wants, he can say, like, oh, like, in front of the Chancellor of Germany, Donald Trump can say, I think that we need to just, like, let Ukraine and Russia, you know, kill each other a little bit, and that's fine. I'm cool with that. And the Chancellor of Germany is just like, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that is such a good idea, Herr Trump. Oh, ja. Mein für, Herr Trump. Mr. Herr Präsident. Herr Präsident.
What a cocksucker, man. I think we both agree war bad, people dying bad. Now I say we continue the war, and he wants to end it.
We are both looking for a solution. Wait, stop it.
All right. Now,
Your German accent sucks. You sound fucking Bolivian. Come on. Come on. Like do at least do like a high German, like Dunkeldeutsch. That's like the stereotypical, like, not the gay stereotype. That's kind of the one I do. I do like a little spin on it. Oh yeah. You know, you like schnitzel. Like I always like the well, you know, the kind of German that this child is trying to replicate. But I'm not an expert in German dialect. I'm not very good at it anyway. I think I mainly just sound American when I speak German. That's the main vibe that I give off.
He wants to stop it. He just wants a peace treaty. So no, you guys disagree on the
Also, my German is rusty right now.
I told the president before we came in that he is the key person in the boat. Again, really.
But I could pick it back up. I could. I believe that. If I ever get a German chatter, I would love to talk to him.
I really do. But he just immediately drops that shit.
And we will have this debate later on again.
Trump is like, yep, I know, you want war, I get it.
Yeah.
Europeans and Americans, and I think we are having the duty to do something on that now to stop it. After 3.5 years, which is really terrible. Look at the kids, the kids which were kidnapped from Ukraine to Russia. This is all terrible.
It is
so
terrible.
we are talking about instrument specials, what we can do.
I want to read Das Kapital for free online in German. Das Kapital Kritik Politischen Ökonomie. Yo, I should get this. That's it? Shit, I get the Kindle edition for like $1. Or like $1.50. Yo, this would be fucking sick if I bought this. I can't. I'm on DE though. I don't know if I can buy it here. Yeah, probably not. Alright, this one's $3. Yo, audiobook is $0 with membership? Yo. No. Damn. Alright, that's cool. I could also buy the hardcover. It's cheaper than the paperback. Karl Marx Hauptwerk das Kapital blieb Fragment. I've heard that that Das Kapital in the passages that I've read from it are certainly like pretty simple German. It's pretty simple. Marx intentionally used simple language to like describe things. Anyways, Das Kapital blieb Fragment, ein Torso gigantischen. By the way, if you don't know what those like weird little arrows are around Das Kapital, that's a quote. So this is like a synopsis, not a synopsis. It's like it's talking about Karl Marx in the context in which he wrote the work. Ein Torso gigantischen Ausmaßes, dessen erster hier verliegende Band allein vollständig von Marx verfasst und herausgegeben wurde. In ihm beschreibt der Philosoph das Ganze der kapitalistischen Produktionweise und der daraus hervorgehenden bürgerlichen Gesellschaft mit all ihren Erscheinungsformen. Okay, that got a little tiring, but I think I could do that for the whole book. I think I could read the whole thing. Alright, anyway.
My principle view is clear on that. We are on the side of Ukraine, and we are trying to get them stronger and stronger just to make Putin stop this war.
I really think the solution to Putin stopping the war is adding troops and weapons and money to Ukraine so that Ukraine can keep fighting a war.
Yes.
Doesn't want to end. They want to reconquer all captured territory. Like, dude, I feel like the bad guy when I say this, but I also feel like the only non-retard in the room. All right, Russia will not give what Ukraine captured back, and Ukraine will never get that back. So Ukraine seems to keep wanting.
I mean, it's yeah, he's probably right. Like, yeah, it's unrealistic. Like, my problem is I want to disagree with him. I really do. And, you know, the answer is that I wouldn't say it's definite, okay? It is definitely not definite. Alright, but shit changes. But yeah, likely Ukraine is going to lose a lot of land. If concessions are made at all. You know, I think that, honestly, I think there's a real possibility that Russia goes even harder on this. And then the U.S. might have to get involved, and that's going to be really violent. That's going to be really bad. Shit, if we end up fighting 2 wars, because, don't forget, we still have our favorite Middle Eastern country to worry about. They are starting shit with neighboring countries all the fucking time. So, if you think that it's like, you know, we're totally not gonna have to fight a war. No, we will never get into a war over there. Or we'll take care of it if we do. Like, nah, man, it's gonna be fucking Vietnam all over again. Just like how Afghanistan was Vietnam all over again. Just like how all of these fucking wars are Vietnam all over again. When the fuck are you guys, my fellow Americans, when are y'all gonna wake up to this shit, man? We are so fucking dead.
Because unless there's a World War III where every nation gets involved, Ukraine is not.
You guys are actually losing it.
I don't want to be rude here. I hate that Russia took it. Okay, I do. But wake up for a second. They're not getting it back unless the world gets involved.
I care so much, guys. I care so much.
Grandchildren have these discussions, and I really feel like they're having these discussions so that
you don't fucking care. You don't give a fuck about Ukraine. You don't care. You don't care. Stop pretending to care. You care about the sovereignty of Ukraine? Are you fucking kidding me? There's no way this kid is going to convince me that he actually cares about Ukraine. Okay, when you're like actively defending an apartheid. A colonial apartheid. An occupying force. You don't give a fuck if one country takes over another. You don't. All you care about is your goat, like, looking good. Or some shit. I don't know. I think that's probably it. That's probably the extent of...
Whoever the good guys are in your worldview, everyone wants the good guys to win. There is no good guys winning here, okay? It's gonna be shit no matter what happens. Now pick the least shit of the shit options.
We get satellite pictures of the warfield, and...
people dying!
You don't even like to look at them, right? They're so... with bodies, arms, heads, legs, all over the place. You've never seen anything like it. It's so ridiculous.
This is only by Russian weapons against Ukraine. This has never...
Every single European leader that comes to America sits with Trump and tries so hard to get Trump to say Putin bad, Russia bad, Russia bad, Putin bad and Russia bad, and Laban gay and retarded. They're all trying so hard to do it.
Never happened with Ukraine weapons against Russia. Never. Ukraine is only targeting military targets, not civilians, not private, not industry, not energy.
I mean, whatever. This is like such a deep debate, like such a deep and long debate. I just saw a video on Twitter. Again, I don't know if it's true. I just saw a video on Twitter of Ukraine. Basically, if someone didn't want to join the Ukrainian military and they executed them for desertion and shit. Like, it is a brutal war. It's so bad. It's so bad. I do think Russia's the aggressor, but it is so awful.
So this is the difference, and that's the reason why we are trying to do more on Russia, how to stop this.
Well, in this case, I'm talking about the battlefield, you know, the soldiers on soldiers. But you could also say that too with the city. Yep. The city's a big hit also. So it's a terrible, terrible thing, right? Nobody said what of that.
I do think that Russia are the aggressors. Okay. Oh, no shit. What the fuck what does that even mean? Like, what are you saying about, like, yeah, Russia is the aggressor. I know that. I knew that already. Wait, what? Oh, Russia is the aggressor?
Maybe in the last 100 years in this country. So when I hear that word, I think it has to be discussed because the fake news will try and, hide it.
It's true. You don't see CNN talking about the biggest scandal in American history. You don't see them talking about this shit. They're just like, I can't believe Trump used words that we don't like.
Can't do that.
You haven't covered any evidence that anything specific was signed without President Biden's knowledge or by other people acting illegally?
No.
Well, I don't think Biden would know whether or not he signed it.
Such a good answer. Such a good answer. Nothing was signed by his knowledge. He's a retard.
I'm asking if you've uncovered any.
No, but I've uncovered, the human mind. I was in a debate with the human mind, and I didn't think he knew what the hell he was doing. So it's just one of those things, one of those problems. We can't ever allow that to happen to our country. the danger our country was in. And I know some of the people that worked with him, radical left, horrible
Yeah.
people. And I could give you the name of some of the people that use the order because I'm here. And I ask questions about people that were here also. There are a lot of people that were here when that happened, and they're here right now. And they'll answer your question very accurately. But I know some of the people that use that auto pen, and those are not the people that had the same ideology as Joe Biden. These were radical left lunatics that used that. And they didn't get elected. He didn't get elected either, actually. Thank you very much, everybody.
So I got some people asking me about what I said about footage of Russian people shooting deserters. Again, I am not saying that this is like, I'm just telling you what I've seen. All right, it's Alex Jones. All right, listen, guys. All right, let's be real. So apparently, this is a
I got a
video
vape.
footage. Editor blur this for the YouTube video, but this is video footage of Ukrainian people shooting deserters that didn't want to go to the military. NATO-backed Russian, Ukrainian military caught by Russian drones camera executing deserters. Whatever you want to say. I don't know. Propaganda, yes. Propaganda, no. I'm just saying it's like it's a very complex issue, and people are making it so like not nuanced. And it's sad. Anyway, apparently there is more trouble in MAGA world. All right. So apparently Elon Musk unfollowed Charlie Kirk. Elon Musk tweeted, "Is it time that we make our own new political party in America that actually represents the 80% in the middle?" Oh my God! It's gonna be a bloodbath. I'm so ready for this shit. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my Lord! Infinite drama. Holy.
Yeah. Now
God.
that's interesting.
Anyway,
Now that is interesting, man. That's crazy. Surely Elon Musk will head a a party that represents 80% of the majority of Americans. Yeah, that is a realistic thing that will happen. Now, I mean, I think that sure, that effectively this could just maybe not split, not like down the middle, but like this could harm the Republican Party. I think this could seriously, because like who the fuck is going to join Elon Musk's party if he actually starts one? Probably not a lot of people, and he'll probably abandon it. Okay, but like, if anyone, probably just some Republicans, which only like thins their numbers. This is good. This is a good idea, Elon. Good. I'm really liking this, Elon. Yo, new Elon.
At the retards, whatever happens, we will laugh at the.
We had dark Elon. Now we got light
So
Elon.
I'll see you in the next one, gamers.
Now we got woke Elon. Yo, woke Elon has arrived. Let's go.